everybody. Welcome back to the Royal Read. I'm so glad you decided to stop by and see what I am reading on today. But before we get started, go in your settings, hit the subscribe button. If you're not subscribed, hit your notification bell so you'll know when I upload, and give me a thumbs up so I can feed that dastardly evil algorithm. But we are winning. We are winning. All right. Let's get started. I'm not going to talk about the read right this moment because it's some stuff I want us to discuss. I have been digging around on the internet. You know me, I love to dig and research and find stuff. And I have found some things and I want to put it out there, see what y'all think. Well, the first thing is, yesterday I had brought that picture of William. We talked about it with him with his finger in the face of the prime minister and little George standing there, with a just absolutely no, act like it didn't affect him, just a flat effect. Well, we talked about that. Well, as I was looking around today, I found Kaiser from Celebici had written an article about it. Not about the events of what happened at the match on Williams' behavior, but the response to it from GB News. Kaiser wrote about how GB News had a segment about how Williams' behavior was so undignified of his position in the royal family. And none other than Angela Levin is the one who was bringing it forward, saying that the Queen would not approve of his behavior. Said the Queen would never behave in that sort of way. Surprising, I know, coming from Angela Levin, because she does nothing but lie, and then she lies about her lies that she just lied about. But on this particular one, she got it right. The Queen never would have behaved like that. And I must agree, in my opinion, I don't think that the Queen would have approved of him putting his finger in the Prime Minister's face as he did. Now, being the person that I am, I just ran to the comments to see exactly what people were saying about the article that Kaiser had written. And most of the comments were saying that it was all performative. It was over the top. It was clearly staged. He wanted to present himself as the everyday Joe watching a football match. And I tend to say that it can be two things. It can be two things that are true at the same time. Do I think his PR team would tell him to do that and behave in that kind of way, to act more normal? Yes, I think they would. But do I think that his behavior somehow went over the top of what his PR team anticipated? Because you can't tell me his PR team anticipated him acting and behaving the way he was. The people that were surrounding him, you could tell that they were shocked and astonished by his behavior. The prime minister, you could clearly say that he was, kind of sit back on his heels the way he was behaving. Not George, though. George was not. Because we all, we discussed that yesterday. that's pretty much the way he behaved. I think that is both. I think his PR team wanted him to be more relatable, but somehow between the first drink and the last one, he went over the top. Some people who drink, the real them come out, the beast comes out. And I'm not saying that I know for sure that happened. This is all my opinion. You tell me what your opinion is in the comments. But I really feel that it was some alcohol involved in it, and his true personality, and it went from being performative to being reality, being who he is with that finger. All right, I just wanted to put that out there. So that was something negative about William out there. GB News criticizing him. Then I found this article by James Crawford Smith. He and Jack Royston are the royal correspondents for Newsweek. And why in the world a American publication needs royal correspondence? I will not be able to figure that one out if I stayed up all night and all day and all night again. But they're there. And he wrote this article critical of William. He said that William is in a situation. How did he put it? Let's see, how did he put it? He said, wait a minute, I can't find the article, but basically what he was saying is William is putting himself in a position where he can be accused of being sexist. That's what he said, sexist, or be accused of sexism. And why you say? Because William have not been able to have enough energy to attend the women's finals in football, but has had all the pep in his step that he can get on an airplane and fly all the way to Germany to see the men twice. And the women have been in the World Cup twice, and he has not attended not one time. And he is the president of the Football Association, which includes the women too. So Mr. Crawford Smith was saying that William needs to get his act together, or people are going to really start thinking that he has a problem with women. I wonder what Byron would say about that. Because Byron be talking about William loving them pulled pork sandwiches. I don't know. I don't know. All right, moving on. Something else I want to discuss with y'all. Well, they were talking about Kate attending Wimbledon. And if you know anything about, I mean, if you're on Twitter, you know Henry VIII. She is a really well known squatty. She has a YouTube channel, but she doesn't post anymore. She was one of my favorites too, but she posts a lot on X. And she had predicted that Kate would go to Trooping of the Color so it would free her up to be able to go to Wimbledon. And that's exactly what happened. And Kate showed up, and they wrote an article about it. Katie Nichols wrote an article, and it says Kate Middleton is now on summer break after Wimbledon's appearance. And it talked about how, let me just read just a little bit. It said Kate Middleton appeared at Wimbledon on Sunday, delighted tennis and royal fans. But it may be some time before you see Kate in public, according to royal sources. Prince William and Princess Kate are planning to spend most of the summer below the radar, and they're at their Norfolk boho now that Prince George, Princess Charlotte, and Prince Louis are out of school, and Kate continues her course of preventative chemotherapy. The more and more time goes on, in my opinion, this is my opinion alone, they show their hand of what this is all about. This is about, in my belief, that they can do all the fun things of royal life, let Camilla and Charles do the work while they pop in on a concert, pop in on a football match, pop in on Wimbledon, where all the eyeballs are going to be focused on the finals and show up to make a lot of headlines. Because Kate is all about the headlines. And if you think any different, you don't know her. You haven't been watching her. That was the big problem with her, with Meghan. Because Meghan can go to the grocery store and it be on every paper it is to be. But she does that in order to make headlines. And she wanted to be at Wimbledon to hand that trophy so she could get that shot that would go all over the place. So her and William have used her health as a way to manage the life that they want to lead, the royal life that they want to lead. And that life is doing nothing, absolutely nothing. If you look at Kate at Wimbledon, Kate was tan, looking healthy as anybody that I have ever saw. Her hair was laid perfect to perfection. It to me, this is all a ploy to live more and more like Harry and Meghan, not to have the responsibility, the drudgery, the boredom of the routine of monarchy, just to be able to do the things that you want to do. They are saying, Katie Nichols is saying that she's still going through chemo. 9 months of chemo? If she's going through chemo for 9 months, it's hard for me to believe that she would look the way she's looking after chemo for 9 months. I did a video, and in comparison with Michael Strahan's little girl, she's 19 years old. She has cancer. She finished chemo, I think, like it was like 6 weeks or something of chemo. Who ever heard of 9 months of chemo? Who ever heard of that? I'm just saying. And she looked like she was in a fight. Kate looked like she'd been to the beach, that she's been playing tennis, that she has been enjoying her life, that she looks fresh as a English rose that just opened. So I'm just putting that out there. Tell me what y'all think. I just found it very, very odd that she just popped in for Wimbledon when all the eyeballs was there, and now gone again, totally and unable to work, evidently. But to me, she looked like the way she was coming down them stairs and the way she was, her behavior at Wimbledon. That's a woman who could do as many, events as Charles, who supposedly has cancer also. It is just so strange to me that the UK public is swallowing this because it kind of gets stuck right here for me. It does. But y'all tell me what y'all think. All right, one more thing I want to discuss with y'all, and something that I was just being nosy, and I went looking. You know, Harry and Meghan has went quiet. They really don't have anything to talk about when it comes to Harry and Meghan. They were triumphant at the ESPYs, showed them up for the rags that they are, and they have pretty much kept Harry and Meghan out of their mouths since the ESPYs. So I went looking, poking around, you know me, on all of the different rags. And they are featuring the royal family. The royal family is getting the FaceTime on these rags that they have been looking for. And I just wanted to look at some of the engagement that they are getting on these rags. All right, they had okay, let me see. They had an article in the Daily Mail about Charles. And it said inspirational cancer sufferer 47 who touched hearts with his beginning guide to dying essay dies hours before he was due to meet Charles. You know how many comments and engagement that got? Six. Six. All right. Then they had one about the Bali has become one best friends Queen Camilla leans on to trust to her trusted umbrella, and it is such a funny video out there. Camilla is no Elizabeth II. The Queen behaved and was regal like a queen. It is a video of Camilla trying to, with an umbrella, trying to put her jacket on, and Charles is yelling at one of the assistants, I guess. I don't know what they call them, pages or whatever, to help her, to help her. It is so funny. But I must tell you this, and it's about the umbrella, and she arrives, and so you know how much engagement that got? 30 comments. 30. Then it was the one about the gift from Charlotte to the king. He has a bracelet on that matches Charlotte's, like that one playing. Like they didn't do that and feed that. Uh, all this stuff is so planned. You know how many comments and engagement it got? 14. 14. All right, then this woman called Ann Wilson, she decided she wanted to, um, brown nose it with Kate, lick her boots a little bit. This is the title of the of the article. It's why Kate's return embodies everything profound, valuable, and absolute central to who and what we are. Try not to barf on that one. You know how much engagement that got? 380 comments. And it just goes on and on and on. Okay, they talk about the lip reader that Charles had. Uh, and this is the one that got the most was 669, no, 659 comments. Every time they put Harry and Meghan's face on anything that comes up, it's 3,000, 4,000, 5,000 comments. And God knows how many clicks you get for those comments, that many comments. And they are looking at 12, 3, 40, and the most 664. And they think that they made the right decision to let Harry and Meghan go. The world is not interested in these people. Never have been, never will be. They were interested in Diana. They were interested in Harry. And then when Harry married Meghan, they were interested in Harry and Meghan. This is what this is why the Daily Mail and all those other rags are having to lay people off and to slim down and close bureaus because of the engagement that comes with their royal family. People don't care about these people. I have said it once and I'll continue to say it. All right, y'all. That's what I wanted to put out there. See what y'all said, what y'all think. I was digging around. So let's get to the read. All right, let me find it. I got so much on my tablet. So give me a minute to find it because I got so much on my tablet. But it's going to take a minute. Oh, come on. Found it, found it, found it. What I wanted to do to read on was something that kind of happened during the ESPYs that kind of went under the radar. And I didn't see a lot of people talking about it. Now, I remember reading about it in passing, and I went back and found the article about it. And this is the article. It says, Prince Harry targeted by mysterious sign flown over LA. So when Prince Harry was in LA for the ESPYs, this plane, a mysterious plane, flew a message across the sky. And the message said, Prince Harry, investigate your mom's death. That's what the plane said. Let's read a little bit of it. A mysterious sign was flown over Los Angeles on Thursday with a message directly at Prince Harry, who was in the city to attend the ESPY Awards with Meghan Markle. On the day the royal accepted the Pat Tillman Award for service at the red carpet event, a plane towing a banner with the photograph flying ahead, bearing the message, Prince Harry, investigate your mom's death. The pilot responsible for flying the sign and its commissioner has not been identified. Newsweek approached representatives of Prince Harry via email for comment. The intention behind okay for comment. The intention behind the sign and the death is it refers to is a unknown. However, it could appear to be a reference to the death of Harry's mother, Princess Diana, who was who he referred to as Mummy throughout the 2023 memoir Spare. Now, see, they pretending like they didn't know who the message was referring to. Far as I know, Prince Harry only has one mummy or one mom, and that's Diana. Why in the world would he say that he just assumed that it's Diana? That's so stupid to me. And let's read on. Diana's death from injuries sustained in 1997 in a Paris car crash when she was just 36 years old has become the basis for a number of conspiracy theories over the years. They range from unfounded claims that she was murdered by the British state to suggesting she was pregnant at the time of the accident. All right, and then they go into what Dodi Fayed's father believed that she was killed by the government. And then they go into what Harry said in Spare, which I found really, really interesting. And I want us to talk about it. Here we go. In Spare, in his memoir Spare, he described the written report as a joke. You know that report that they did about her death, the investigation, and all of that? Harry said that was a joke. He said in his memoir, Spare, he described the written report as a joke, telling readers that it was an insult and that Prince William agreed with him. The paparazzi role in his mother's death he felt was never appropriately acknowledged with no one facing justice. Harry added that some questions went without answers. In an interview with 60 Minutes, Anderson Cooper, at the time of the book's publication, Harry said that he and William had considered asking for a new inquest. William and I had already been told the events was like a bicycle chain. If you remove one of those chains, the results would not have happened as they did. And the paparazzi chasing was part of that. But yet, everybody got away with it, Harry said. William and I considered reopening the inquest because there were so many gaps. Wait a minute, where am I at now? Because there was so many gaps and so many holes in it, which just did not add up, didn't make sense. I have said this from the beginning. I have done read after read about Diana's death. I have said what I believe happened. My belief. I believe Diana was killed. I do. And I believe that those paparazzi on the motorbikes had a mission, and it was to wreck that car. It just worked. Diana's death just worked too perfectly for everybody. It just did. And let's go back to what I have said. Let me find it. I have said a long time ago that Diana herself believed that she was going to be murdered. Diana herself believed that. And I have the letter that Diana wrote and put up so people would know after she left here. Here it is, right here. Do you see it? It's in Diana's hand. They have never, they had tried to discredit this letter, but they had to admit that that's Diana's writing. And in that letter, Diana said that her husband was going to try to kill her in a car accident with the brakes so he could be free to remarry Tiggy. Diana at the time, Tiggy was William and Harry's nanny. They had Diana at the time believing that Charles was having an affair also with Tiggy. But the real culprit, we know who that was. She the one that's there now with the big hat on. And now all of a sudden it's a plane flying over LA telling Harry to investigate his mother's death. And Harry has never been able to swallow the fact that his mother was killed the way she did. Well, the way it happened. Harry said he went through that tunnel. He rode, he had the driver to drive the same speed that Diana was supposed to be going. He hit the little bump that was supposed to make the car go out of control. And Harry said he told the driver, "Was that it? Who was on them bikes? What did they do when they were in that tunnel?" It just worked out too good for a whole lot of people. And now all of a sudden they can't find who did. I mean, do you not know how much it costs to fly a plane over LA? A lot. To have a message on it. And it didn't have no nasty message, you know. It wasn't, no, the Ranger did it because they probably would have been saying Prince Harry is a grifter, you know. Prince Harry doesn't deserve this award. But it didn't say that. It said, Prince Harry, investigate your mom's death. What y'all think about that? And it flew under the radar. This is the only place that I saw it. It was really under the radar. But like I said, I have always believed that Diana's death was too convenient for too many people. And two of the people that it was convenient for has big hats on. And Harry is not convinced that it was an accident. In his memoir, he says too many holes in it. And said William agrees with him. Oh, sorry, my dog scared me. he'll bark like that. I was in my thoughts. But yeah, said William agrees with him. But I wonder, does William agree with him now? William has turned into a product of the firm. And he would, if it was proven that the firm had something to do with Diana's death, I really believe that William would be okay with the cover up continuing. I really do. He has become the firm. He has, in so many ways, betrayed his mother. First, with the Panorama interview, saying it shouldn't be ever be seen again. Why are you silencing your mother? Was that interview gotten in a way uh, that involved? Excuse me. Let me see about. Okay, I'm back. I had to quiet my dog down. He is in here with me, and he feels like he has to police the whole neighborhood. So let me get back. What I was saying was this: if it was proven that the firm had something to do with it, I really feel like William will protect the firm. And him getting on national TV saying that his mother should be silenced and that Panorama interview should never be seen again was a betrayal of his mother. Because anybody who watched that interview knows that those were Diana words. They were her words. That's the way she felt. Now, did they get that interview in a way that involved deceit and underhanded tactics? They did. But Diana spoke her truth. And for him to do that and call her paranoid, call her you know, as if his father and his mother would still be together if it weren't for that interview. Yeah, I really feel that if it was up to Harry, Harry would still be digging. William has changed so very much. He is a company guy now. And his number one thing is to protect the company. Look how he's turned against his brother. He don't care about what his mom might feel about his action and his behavior. It's about the firm. It's about being um, the most popular. It's about destroying your brother. All right, y'all. Tell me what y'all think about it. But I just found that really, really interesting, and it flew under the radar. All right. See y'all later. Bye.